that Gina has enough layers. She don't need it in her hair too.
Gina being crazy this morning. Want to see why?
Okay, well, good morning, guys. I'm going to take you with me while I get ready for the day, because today's Tuesday and it is weigh-in day. And I'm a little nervous. So come along with me while I get myself ready. So I wish I could get you up close and let you see, you know, I'm using that new stuff that I got from Timeless Skincare, and my face is peeling, dry, cracked peeling everywhere. That's not good. So, I mean, I know it's doing its thing, but still not a very pretty day. So we're going to be as far back as possible. And those of you who watch me on the great big screen, Lisa, Becca, my brother, don't pick on the Gina. So today is the day. I did the whole week of Simply Filling. How did that week go? Well, up until Sunday, let's back up. Up until Saturday, I loved it. So Monday through Friday, straight up for me. Love it, because we don't eat out during the week. It's too hot here in California. Once you're home, you do not want to go back out. I was using the butter bronzer, if anybody was interested in what bronzer I was using. And I'm going to be using Merle Norman's 2016 Fall Collection blush in Wild Ginger. Saturday was a little rough for me. I wanted chocolate milk really bad, and I can't have chocolate milk on Simply Filling. I mean, you can if you want to count the points, but you know, you only get your weeklies, and so you're iffy on if you really want to use all your points for that. And so I did okay on Saturday, but Sunday, oh my Lord. Okay, so after church, we had already decided we were going to go to the Sizzler. I was going to have a steak and a potato, and he was going to have a salad bar. Well, we've decided that the steak and potato is less for me, and all Simply Filling. The salad dressing, you don't have to deal with it, all that stuff. But I could have the steak and the potato. Have them cook it with no oils. And so, you know, we get there, we're in line, and I realize at this point, now mind you, apparently this has already been like this, but it just dawns on me that they don't have my little 6-ounce steak anymore. You have to get 8 ounces. That's the smallest one now, and it's $13. And I'm thinking, is a piece of steak and a baked potato worth $13 to me? It really, really wasn't. And, you know, I'm not saying it's because I'm destitute. I'm saying it because I don't think it's worth it. Because literally that's what you get, the steak and the potato and nothing else. You know, well, I guess you get that fattening bread if you want it, but I wasn't doing that. And so, I'll blend that out a little bit. I like this blush brush to look at, but really, honestly, not really that much of a fan in using it. It doesn't blend the product out very well. So, we're in line. We're sitting there. We're ready to go. We are getting ready to order. I mean, we're already at the register. And I tell Tom, I'm looking at Tom, but the lady's there. And I'm like, you know, it's just really not worth it to me. And so he thinks that I'm being ugly, which maybe I was. Maybe that was rude, you know, whatever. I said, it's just not worth $13 to me. So I was getting ready to look at the menu and see what kind of chicken option they had. And he, knowing me, because this is the way I've been in the past. And maybe I was being that way that day because he already knew I was having issues with, I'm using Becca's Champagne Pop right now as my highlighter. I love this for my highlighter, but not really so much for blushes. So he like literally turns around and walks out of the restaurant. And so we get in the car and I know the battle's coming. I know it's happening and we don't fight. We generally don't argue like at all. So we're back in the car now and we're getting ready to, well, we don't really know what we're going to do because we're both starving. And so he pulls over to the side of the road and I know the battle's ensuing. I know it's happening. I know, you know, I know his temperament before, he don't even need to say a word. You've been married as long as we have, you know. So after sitting in front of the Panera for quite a while on the side of the road, and I'm going to have to come over here, sorry. I'll move it so you can still kind of see me. Yeah. We decide we're going to go see his dad before we eat. After there was words passed between the two of us. And I said, finally at the end, I was like, you know, I can see where this day is going and I don't want it to do that. So you do whatever you need to do. You can take me home. We were in another town, completely another town. You can take me home. I'll sit in the car. Whatever you want to do is what I'll do. And he was all, well, I'm just going to go to the rest home. And I'm like, fine, whatever. We decide we're on the way home. He's calmed down, went in to see his dad. Everything's calmer now, you know. We've decided we're not going to Costco, which was the whole reason we went to that town anyways. But it's Sunday the, whatever it was, 6th. And there was not a parking place in sight, buddy. Like, no parking at all. And so I was like, I don't really want to go in here. Do you? And he goes, no, I'm starving. I don't want to go in here. I said, okay, I'll do the Costco on Tuesday. Let's just either go home or go eat. And so that's what we ended up doing. And we ended up going to our same Mexican restaurant that we always go to. I only ate half of the burrito anyways, or enchilada is what it's called. I ate half of it, but I had to count the enchilada and the tortilla. And so, you know, I'm just thinking, okay, here we're at the last day, you know, the weekend. We've gotten a fight. We never fight. And so I say something like, you know, I just don't think Simply Filling is for me. And I'm really just kind of tired of dieting. I'm just like done. And if it's going to come between us, then I'm really done. And he goes, no, that's not what I meant. He said, I can totally see a difference. You're doing good. Which was thrilling for me, for him to even see that you could see a difference. Because he hasn't, I mean, he's always very complimentary. Couldn't think of the word. But he hasn't really said a whole lot during this particular process. And so I was like, can you even tell? You know, whatever. But so by Sunday, my whole point in telling you this whole thing is I was cranky. I needed regular food. I need something off that list. I was grouchy, and that's just all there was to it. I was not being friendly to my honey. Who's my honey, right? You know, that's not cool. Okay, so you see here I've got pretty definite line. This is not a tutorial. That's not what I'm here for. Even though I could, you've got to take the time to blend this out. Even if, you know, you think it looks fine, it doesn't. You've got to blend these lines in because you don't want really to see where something starts and finishes. So here's the moral of telling you that story. I don't think that Simply Filling is sustainable like Smart Points are. Do you see the difference in the eye? You can totally see the difference in the eye, and all I've done is blend. You have to make sure you blend, 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 blend. So I don't know how much I'm going to put that back on the wall because it didn't break, thank God. I'm going to lay a towel down in the sink. It didn't hurt my glasses. I'm going to lay this towel down here so that if it does fall, it has a cushion. That scared me. But anyways, I don't know if I was talking about blending or if I was talking about blending. Blending your diet might be where I was. Yeah, that was it. Simply Filling is not sustainable. I do not believe because you have life. Life is going to happen, period. It just is. So I'm going to take a little bit of one of these mid-tone browns and put it under my eye. Okay, so the phone thing totally scared me, but I'm back. Simply Filling is not, in my opinion, sustainable if that's the only thing you're going to choose to do. And I've only done it for a week and loved it. We're going to go today and see how well I did or didn't do. But I just feel that you have to have the availability for, you know, you've got to be able to eat out. You've got to be able to, you know, you have someone you're living with. If you were living by yourself and you never went out, then yeah, fine. But so Monday through Friday, I think I'm really good with Simply Filling, or at least a portion of those days. And Saturday, Sunday is going to be Smart Points for sure, because that's just not going to work for me. I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest. Of course, you know, you do anything different this week, you're a little nervous. How are you going to do? I, of course, wanted to lose a lot. I'm so close to them Guerlain meteorites that I can taste it. And, yes, I'm wetting this towel. I'm going to put that on my lid. So I just wet my brush to get the best payoff of the shadow, and I'll be right back. I want one of those heat lipsticks. Okay, I wasn't really getting the payoff I wanted, so I'm going to use my finger. If you could see me up close, how my face is peeling, it's horrible. Right in here, right up in here. I mean, I realize it's alleviating that dead skin. It's really messing with my face. And let me say, you've got some fallout the minute you start using your finger. Such mixed emotions about this particular palette, so, I mean, not that my opinion means that much, but if y'all want my opinion, let me know. I'll do a review on the palette, but there's so many out there. I'm even peeling right here. That's hilarious. I did not wear any concealer or primer today because it's going to be one of those blazing ones today again, which is why I used a powder foundation instead of a liquid, because it's just too hot for that. It's just too hot for that. Okay, so I'm going to take this darkest brown over here and just deepen up the edge real quick. Okay. Now, I could be done and we would be fine. But really, to be honest, I have such hooded eyes. And if you have hooded eyes, you really need to put a little bit of color up here, but you need to make sure that you blend it. There was a video just recently back in the back of my videos that I was like, Gina, you did not blend good enough. So I'm going to take these second two colors And I'm going to blend above my transition just a little bit more, giving it a little bit more color. And if I need to go back in with the darker, I will. But I want it to feel a little bit pinkish because I have the pink on, not so much orangey, but it needs a little bit more color. Leaning more toward the third one instead of the second one. You're going to go above your hooded part and lay down the color there and then blend, 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 blend. If you have just a line straight in the hooded part of your eye so that you only see it when you do this, it just doesn't, all you see is the line. That's all you see. So you want to make sure that you are always blending and then checking. See, now for me, this is what I see. All I see is that below my transition and above the eyelid, there's a space. And you see that there? That's not going to work for me. So I'm going to take that third color and I'm going to go all the way into the transition and blend some more. This was not supposed to be a tutorial. This was supposed to be a week in review on Weight Watchers, where I am relatively sure I've passed 15 pounds on this journey. Slow. And people get on to me for saying that, but it is slow. I'm sorry. March to April to May to June to July to August. The 21st of this month will be 5 whole months. 15 pounds in 5 months is too slow for the Gina. I don't even know what to say to that. Too weird. This was too pink after I got the eyes on. And then I'm going to find my lipstick, put my mascara and liner on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so methinks we're done. Anybody questioning the fact that Gina cut her hair off again? She did. It grows so fast. Honey cut off maybe, I mean literally, I gave my husband the scissors and said, can you pull my hair out of the back and cut it off? And he was like, okay. So he cut off about maybe 5 inches or so. And we're good to go till around Christmas when we have to do it again because it takes forever for me to decide to go get it cut and what I want to do, and then I do it and I hate the outcome. I'm just saying. I don't like layers. Me and layers are not friends. I got enough layers. That Gina has enough layers. She don't need it in her hair too. Okay guys, I forgot to tell you what lips I used. I used an Urban Decay in Sheer Rapture. And I topped it a little bit with this Estee Lauder. I don't know what it is. The writing's too small. But basically it's just a little shimmer. So just put a little shimmer on there. And I lined my lips with a brown Estee Lauder liner. Hello guys, I'm home. The day's over. I have been to my meeting, been to work, went to Safeway looking for some of that 365 marinara sauce that comes up as Simply Filling. I can't find it. So if you all know, if that's Safeway or Rayleigh's or somewhere else, let me know. I thought it was Safeway, and their brand is called Organics. So anyways, I ended up getting some Newman's Own, and it ended up being for 1 point a serving. We didn't go over the weekly this week at all, so I'm going to kind of give it to you in a nutshell. it was all about, it was slightly depressing. I mean, you could tell the entire mood of the whole meeting went because it was a lot about, have you ever felt that you were discriminated against because of your weight, or, you know, how would you handle situations of a negative aspect, you know what I mean? That's kind of what the whole meeting was about this week. And I mean, everybody was jolly, happy, chipper when we came in, and you could visibly see the mood come down. And even the leader said, you know, I realize this isn't a positive subject, but it needs to be dealt with. You need to have options and need to know what you can do in situations like that, or what your plan is to prepare yourself. You know, what can you do to make sure that you have a positive response even to bad situations, was what the whole meeting was about. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what, I mean, the entire thing was about that. I will tell you that I lost a fair amount of weight. Thank you, Simply Filling. I lost 2.4 pounds for a total on week 20. Am I on week 20? I think I am. Of 17.2 pounds total lost. I kind of missed the 15 altogether. Skipped 15 and 16. So I was excited about that. But so other than that, I really don't have anything to say. The meeting was not positive at all this week. It was really kind of a downer. And then I went to lunch with one of my girlfriends that goes with me. We went to Panera. I had half a sandwich and a bowl of tomato soup. So I did okay there. Probably used a little more points than maybe I should have, but I was hungry, hadn't had no food yet. And we were going to have zucchini casserole tonight, but my husband said, since you went to Panera so late, I know it's going to be hard for you to eat again, so I'll do whatever tonight. I love when he has whatever nights, because I can either skip it, eat a bowl of cereal, don't eat nothing. I'm good with it all. So that's kind of it for me today. I didn't even take a picture of it. I guess if you want to know, I had the steak. I've showed it on here before, but the steak something sandwich at Panera with the half sandwich and a bowl of tomato soup. That's what I had today. And a cup of coffee, and I will have another cup of coffee before bed. And if I get hungry, I will eat a bowl of cereal. And that's it for today. And I'll catch you later. Thanks for being with the Gina and putting up with my craziness at the beginning. I will see you later. Bye-bye. God bless.